Hello, Digidestin, and welcome to the King's Court. Now, okay, I took the deck to on the first day of the. I'm all tongue tied already. On the first day that BT14 was released, I wasn't able to go to my local sneak peek. Like I wasn't able to go to the sneak peek, so me and Sheldon and Michael weren't able to get like the stuff ahead of time. But some friends of ours did actually hook us up with something. Like they hooked us up with the training cards. I needed red ones, obviously, and Chandler and Michael needed black ones. They also helped me with the Agumons I needed. So, the first tournament of our locals wasn't an official one yet. I mean, it was official, but we didn't like. It was a long story, but basically, it was official, but not at the same time. But everyone was still there, so I managed to play test that day, and I managed to get first place actually playing the new stuff. And I didn't want that to just be. I wanted more testing, so I play tested like more throughout the week, and then at our locals most previous one, which was finally an official one because like it's a monthly paper thing. It's not important, but basically we managed to do that, and I managed to get third this time. So the deck is consistent, and I did make a few tweaks. So a lot of what I did play in the last deck profile that I uploaded is kind of the same, but I have changed up stuff, obviously. You know, not everything's gonna be the same thanks to BT14. So I'm gonna go over the main deck. I'm gonna go over the deck, but I'm gonna kind of turbo through the stuff we're already used to. I mean, let's be real. There's gonna be just like a lot of decks these days. There are some cookie cutter stuff, that every deck plays. Let's be real here. So I'm gonna go over it really quick, but I'm gonna like stop at the cards that I switched out that I'm tweaking with to go over my explanations why, just to give like a little background. So before we get to that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Standard, all that jazz. Follow our social media so you don't miss out on future videos. So, for the record, I got third this week. So since I got first the first week, and now I got third this one, so I know the build works consistently because I've only really lost badly like once or no, twice. Once, ironically, I lost is what cost me going to the final round, which was channel member Michael, who beat me first round. He was playing the new Commandramon deck, so if you want to see that, let us know. He'll probably be uploading that later this week. And I didn't lose, but it's more like I'm a card I switched out. I'll go over it in a sec. But it was a playtesting game though. So let's go over this really quick. Now, I feel like these go without saying, but I'll go over really quickly. Still rocking 4 draw Koromon. Come on, let's be real. This is still the best Koromon. Unless this card ever gets hit or something, I'm pretty sure all Greymon decks are still going to be rocking this card. Let's be real here. Although there were a couple times I wish I was playing a 5th one because I've been noticing that's been happening. I might actually start playing a 5th, maybe like the Power Up 1000 one, or maybe one of those new Koromon. I'm thinking about it, but only just because there have been times where I've blown through all 4 already. All right. Just like in the last video I uploaded where I was discussing the new stuff that came out of BT14, 4 of the new Agumon. Okay, I cannot get over this card. 1, it completely replaces the old promo Agumon. And not only that, this effect, now, when you read this effect, you probably think you want to go turn 1, you want to set up your raising area, right? Amazingly, this effect actually does come up. There are times either your opponent, you don't see what you want, so you got to play a little slower, so you'll play like your Tamers the first round or something like normally. Like you'll play like your red tide so you can get that the memory setter and all that. But in all honesty, there are times this effect comes up, and combined with the red training cards, this card can be nasty because it pretty much lets you warp Digivolve almost. So this card is nuts. For the best searcher in the deck, still rocking 4 BT12 Agumon. Love this card. Definitely still the best Agumon in the deck. And again, standard for Agumon X. Again, these are the main 12 you always want to play. You always got to max out a complete set of these three. You could probably run other ones, like some people I've seen run the Shine Greymon Agumon, the red yellow one, just because they want another search. But you know, with this new Agumon, I don't think you really make room now these days. All right, Greymons. I'm still playing two structure deck, the old school structure deck, double check Greymon, because getting in those extra checks can be really useful. And I'm so glad I pulled this. I actually pulled one of the new alternate arts for BT12 Greymon, and you got to play two of these. An argument could be made. Maybe you want to play three, and I can see that, and maybe I might consider it. You could maybe just put a third one, but here's the thing: I wouldn't cut any of these Greymons because these Greymons have been way too useful. Okay, two of the new structure deck Greymon. Now, at first, I was only messing around with this card, but this card is becoming practically a mainstay. This card is amazing. One, if it's in your security, a free Agumon and a free tie is just so amazing. But if you also digivolve your Agumon into it, you could steal turns from your opponent because like most of the time, most people will try to go to 0 and they'll try to be careful there. But if you have like blocker or if you got Blackwargreymon X as a redirect and you have this under it, it's because the attack target switched. It'll go to your turn now. So that actually did happen. It's sorry. It's kind of like in security if you reveal your X antibody. Sometimes, as anyone else going through that, your opponents had 0 memory, so they start swinging security, and you reveal an X antibody. Now it's your turn. Or blue players with Hammer Spark. It's pretty awesome, actually. And the standard 3 Hex and 1 vaccine. Someday. Alrighty. So the Greymons right there. Alright, now the MetalGreymons, this is where some tweaks have been made. Now, if you saw the last deck profile I uploaded, I'm still rocking 3 of the BT8 MetalGreymon because these days there's so many Digimon that can't be destroyed. Like, oh my god, that freaking new Garurumon that's going to come out. The new Garurumon X that's going to come out. It's already November, so we're probably not going to get it till next year, I think. I got to ask one of my friends who I know subscribed to the channel. He's probably been watching this. He knows who he is. The Dobrikmon player. We just call him Cbit. He usually knows the release dates of these sets, so I'll ask him. But I'm pretty sure it's not going to be till next year. So digivolving is something that we really need right now. But I'm still playing one Raid MetalGreymon because this is more like for early game, and you do see it a good amount. Then again, unless it goes to your bottom deck or if it's in your security, you got so many searchers. It's like you can pretty much search it whenever you pretty much search it all the time. Now the Metal Gray X is where I switched up some stuff. I'm still running 2 BT11 Metal Gray X. This gives you a lot more control because you can blow up your opponent's smaller Digimon, especially like Floodgates. Like that Terriermon deck's getting some more play. And there's always Pomumon, so stuff like that. Not only that, the fact that it's now I cut it down from 2 because okay about this. It's more like an experiment because I want to see if Shine, because again, the new ban list was only put into effect like last week, not even a full week, I think. So realistically, we're still not 100%. I know there's been like some events already, but there hasn't been like any big one like the one that's going to be in December. I think it's the LA regionals that a bunch of my friends are going to. Again, sadly, we can't go. My personal IRL stuff. But basically, that event's going to show us is Shine still like the dominant deck, because there's a lot of decks right now that are just going crazy. Like if you keep up with the metagame, like apparently Green is doing super good again, which I am not shocked. They got a bunch of new stuff in the BT14, so I'm not shocked there. So this is more like I might go back to 3 if Shine is still like super dominant because again, this card is basically a middle finger to Shine Greymon. All right, and I changed it up to playing 1 BT8 Metal Gray X, and I'm still rocking an Alterius. Now, the reason I run Alterius is because it gives you more control, and sometimes you don't see your Metal Gray X's. I mean, you don't see your Greymon X, so this gives you like some protection if you don't see those. But I'm running this because it's like a theory of mine. If I open up with one of these and I need some extra power, and like let's say I have Guilemon in hand, I can just place it on top of it and then put Guilemon on top, swing over, and I don't have to worry about anything because thanks to Metal Greymon, the BT8 one, Guilemon can swing over your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. So basically, it's like it can take care of really big problems, especially thanks to his Digivolving powers. Or if I'm setting up and I don't want my opponent to try to swing at me, you can put this, you can put in Blackwargreymon X on it, and you have thanks to that 3,000 plus for the turn, you have a huge, not only blocker, but as well as a redirect. And if you have your black tie set up, the one that like gives you extra DP, if you can get them almost past 20,000 easy. So that's basically the idea right there. So, and it's been working really well, actually. I see it when I need it, and all of them just play. It's realistically, you just pick what you need at the time. All right, time for the big guys. Now, some have changed a bit. Let's be real. At this point, the deck has evolved to a point where you really choose what you need. So, 2 Blackwargreymon X, because even if Shine isn't as dominant as it used to be, there's still going to be people like me, like people who watch this video. I'm pretty sure, like I focus primarily on the Blackwargreymon / Wargreymon or Greymon tribal deck or toolbox deck because Blackwargreymon is my favorite Digimon. So there are people out there I know for a fact who just like who watched Digimon Data Squad back in the day, so they just really like Shine. So there's always going to be heavy tamer decks again, realistically, especially with Zudamon coming out. So there's going to be another deck that really plays a lot. Like I think they play 4 Joe, so you gotta have your destruction. I'm still rocking 1 Gaio. I used to play 2, but I cut it a while ago to 1, and it works as great because he's more like the beater you need. Still rocking 3 Blackwargreymon X. Let's be real, this is the one you want to see the most. It sets up. It not only does it let you set up for defense, it also can blow up problematic Digimon in your opponent's field during their turn. So something really neat. Now I did make one switch. This is more like early game / if I don't see the MetalGreymon I want, because there have been times where I opened up and I just couldn't see BT8 MetalGreymon, and my opponent has a huge Digimon I can't get rid of, and I need to get rid of it. So I am teching in 1. It hasn't come up a lot, but when it's come up like once or twice, and I can't lie, it is pretty good. I am playing 1 BT12 Raid Wargreymon, the regular Wargreymon, and I'm not gonna lie, it does get the job done. But 1 I think is fine because I used to run 2 Guilemon for the longest time, but I just couldn't make room for it. Like I just had to cut 1 because I like the idea of a 1-1 split of the 2 because Guilemon can take care of problematic big Digimon, and thanks to his Digivolving, take care of other Digimon that are just annoying, like Gumdramon or Death Xmon. Death Xmon is getting more play because of freaking the Commandramon deck, so it helps with that. And Wargreymon is like an easy way to set up at the beginning because of its lower play costs. It's really it's like a player. It's like a what deck am I going against is like the big issue. So it's like something I'm teching in, and it's actually not that bad. So I don't hate it, honestly. It's pretty good, actually. I mean, they all work. It's realistically, the deck at this point has become Greymon Tribal at this point because there's literally, you mission match all the different support the deck, the Greymon line has. And there's a lot, so what's like one of the super fun things about this deck. You can literally experiment with so many different things. It's great, honestly. One of the reasons why I love it so much because like it's not like one's kind of set where you have to display specific ones, and then you can't like you have room to experiment. That's one of the things I love about when it comes to trading card games, like TCGs. I love to experiment with the decks I enjoy, and the more support a deck has, the better, because that way you get to mix and match stuff. I just enjoy that the most. Still up running Omnimon X. Omnimon X gets jobs done, so can't cut it. I sadly did have to cut Blitz to make space, and it's okay because it hasn't. I haven't needed it. There have been a couple times where I could have won faster, but I was like so ahead on on my opponent that I didn't even have to worry. Now I feel like these are now the standard, might be the most standard lineup for not like ratio numbers. 3 of the black tie from BT11. We all know this card. This card's BT12. I always get that mixed up. This card's amazing. We all know this. 1 of the new black tie, which again comes. That's another reason why I teched in the Greymon, because thanks to Raid, I like being able to get him up, juiced up, and use his Raid ability to unsuspend and get another hit in. Especially if I have Omnimon X in my hand, so it could take care of a lot of stuff, and that extra draw can really come in handy. I'm still rocking the 1 tie. 3 X antibody. You got to run 3. 2 Hades Force. No, this isn't really changed, if I'm being honest with you. And for the longest time, I was running Red Memory Boost. Now I've switched it to Offense Training. And my goodness, this card is the nuts. This card is cracked. Not only can it let you set up faster, you can search Hades Force things to this thing. Like, I know there are other ways you can search Hades Force, but you have to play so many other Digimon that sometimes it can clog your hand. This literally lets you find it if you reveal it. It is nuts. Now, one thing I do kind of want to try, I want to try fitting in, like I said, I'm considering trying out another BT12 Greymon. But one thing I really, really want to try out, I want to try fitting in 1 Red Memory Boost. Because there have been times where I wanted to set like turn 1 or something, and I had Offense Training is great at the beginning, but if I had this, I could have also just, it's easier to set up your Tamers as well. So like I'm considering maybe running like a 2-1 split like number lineup, like 2 of these and 1 Red Memory. So that's what I'm considering. I might cut. That's the hard part. It's what do I cut? If I was really gonna cut something, maybe again the Greymon could be a thing. Again, it's a possibility. It's a work in progress. But for right now, the build is, I really enjoy this build the way it is. So that's the entire deck. Like I said, I got first the release week when it was officially released. I got first in my locals, and I just got third in the most recent ones. So for the record, channel member Michael got second. And the one where I got first, he got fourth, I think. So he's going really hard experimenting with Commandramon because he loves that deck. He's really excited for that deck. So if you want to see that soon, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit notification bell, and again, follow our social media so miss out on future videos. We got a lot of stuff planned for later this week, but we'll probably won't be uploading tomorrow because if you live in the States, you know what tomorrow is. So Thursday. So we got stuff to take care of, obviously. So if you know, if you're in the States and you celebrate Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. If you don't, just have a great week. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. Have a great week. Just take care. And that's pretty much everything. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.